had a building and somebody built right next to it. It was downtown Salt Lake City, and then it just messed up this old bridge, and it messed up the building, and it fell, it like sunk like 2 inches, and then everything was cracked. So this is smaller.
Yeah.
I was like, I know he's been on the other side of it. So I don't know that he'd be, but I think it is the contractors.
And that's the problem. They don't, yeah, and that's.
First group they brought back in person.
I call to order tonight's study session, October 9th, 2023 at 6 p.m. All council members are accounted for. So we will move right on to our study session business. Number 1, council vacancy process. City Administrator Jason Wilson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As you all are aware, Council Member Newman vacated her seat effective at the end of September. As you may recall, under the council rules, we have a set policy on how we appoint new council members. And really, in summary, the process includes doing an advertisement, doing some interviews, and then a roll call vote. Additionally, state law requires that the City Council appoint a new council member within 90 days. If council did not appoint somebody within 90 days, then it could result in the county council making that appointment. The council rules allow you to deviate from this process following a majority vote of the council. For reference, that process typically takes about 60 days when we've done it in the past to complete. When Councilmember Newman vacated her seat, there were 92 days left in her term. And so the November election will be certified on November 28th. Councilmember Newman was not running for re-election, and her seat only has one candidate that is on the ballot. So rather than following the normal procedure, I'm recommending that the position remain vacant until the election is certified, which is on November 28th, and then appoint the duly elected council member at the December 4th regular council meeting. That person is Mr. Andy Elfers. And once again, he is running unopposed, and he would be amenable to taking the seat in early December. So I wanted to have that discussion with council, make sure you're comfortable with not moving forward with a appointment process and just letting the election take place.
Barbara.
So if we did appoint somebody, they would only serve until the end of this year.
Correct.
Yeah, so there wouldn't really be much of a point to have another person.
Correct. They'd probably serve 2, maybe 3 meetings in the month of December.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
I'll just state that I'm in favor of what you've come up with. And because Mr. Elfers is for sure going to be our next council member, so I think it'd be good for him to get on just a little bit early and just get a little bit more experience.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. Mr. Stewart. Yeah, go ahead.
It makes sense, but I feel like we would be doing the city a disservice by having someone serve who may not be as qualified as another candidate if we did a recruitment. Even though we might win the election, doesn't mean that he is qualified to serve. That's just my comment.
He has no opponent.
No. Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed.
Thank you, Mayor. I do support the appointment post certification. I did have one question that I should know the answer to, but by an early appointment, does that affect his term of service or the duration for the term of service?
No, the appointment would be through the end of Councilmember Newman's term, so the end to December 31st, 2023, and then he would start his elected term January 1st.
Okay. Had there been a bigger gap, I would support the established process, but since we're talking 2 meetings at most to have to put everybody through the interview and adoption process, that I think this is the cleanest way to go.
Councilmember Cole.
I
support the process as outlined. Thank you.
One more comment? Okay.
I just want to state that I have a lot of confidence in who we'll be putting in this position because Andy has served as the chair of the planning commission. He's had a long-term interest in the council, has attended many meetings, and it does keep up on city business. So I'm really comfortable that he would be a good fit. So thank you.
Councilmember Cole, did you have more to add?
Nope, just forgot to take my hand down. Sorry.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you, Mayor. So seeing that it sounds like everybody's in favor of that process, we will be awaiting the December 4th meeting, which would be the first meeting after post certification.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Are we done with that whole process? Move on to city administrator report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just two things to update the council on tonight. First is this Friday is our homecoming parade. The parade starts at, I believe, 4. I know that council needs to be here at 3:30 out in front of City Hall to meet the fire truck so they can participate in the parade. And the second thing I just wanted to remind you, we do have an executive session tonight. So the council members that are attending remotely, look for in your email from City Attorney Marquez, and it has a separate link to that meeting. And that's all I have tonight.
That's it. All right. Do we have any agenda setting, council meeting agenda issues this week? Seeing none. Committee issues this week. Seeing none. All right, I guess we will move on to our executive session. The study session is adjourned into the executive session at 6:07 for 45 minutes to discuss RCW 42.30.110, 1G, RCW 42.30.110, 2, and RCW 42.30.140. There will be no action to follow. All right.
Yeah, we'll be moving into the other room tonight.
Okay, 45 minutes.